Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachai HaKodesh. Double honors to the elder apostles as well as the elder bishops of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth, sincerity, and indeed. I'm your brother Patazar from the great millstone Chicago branch, coming at you with another real quick, Lord willing, edifying lesson. As you can see, man, hey, they pointing fingers at each other, you know, a house divided. As you can see, Elon Musk dropping salt, man. He out here snitching, which, a lot of us in the know were already privy to the truth that, the world elite, those that sit at the top of the totem pole, are just complete fucking perverts, PDF files. All right. Odious work is what they do on a daily basis. And we've known that. But now it's reached a point where even amongst their own ranks, they're outing each other. They're exposing each other. And this is a beautiful thing. This is how Esau is at his end. And it's things like this that goes to show that the elites are getting ready to stir something up. All right, something big is about to happen here in this America. Okay, whether it be a worldwide blackout, a false flag, a black swan event is getting ready to take place because it's just too much going on. This is just too severe of an accusation against the current president of Babylon. All right. So as you can see, as you can read here, and this ain't fake news. I went and checked. I got this from the actual source, man. All right. So our man's E-Lon, he said he's finna drop a big bomb. He says, the king of Babylon is in the EP Stein files. If you don't know what the EP Stein files are, you've really been under a goddamn rock. Okay. But he says that is the real reason these files haven't been made public. He said, mark this post for future, for the truth will come out. So all these elites, like I said, those that sit atop at the food chain, a lot of names are about to be named. A lot of names are about to be dropped and exposed for being complete fucking perverts and sexual deviants. All right. On top of other things. Okay. They engage in the same acts as Wisdom of Solomon. I want to say that's the 18th chapter. Merciless murderers of children and their strange rites and the idolatrous crew, doing the most odious of work, very nefarious, very wicked, very dark, and yeah, it's a beautiful thing. This is what we love to see. Okay, this goes into that scripture. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that later. Let's just go straight to it. All right. Hell, I quoted it. Might as well get it. All right. This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 25. It reads, I'll start at 24. It says, and if Yahweh Shai said, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. See? It says, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. So the house of Esau, Edom is divided. Therefore, their downfall is around the corner. All right, we just have to wait. We just have to persevere. We just have to stay strong in the spirit and just let these things, let Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, just let it all come out, man. It says, verse 26, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but has an end. Okay, so we're seeing the end. All right, we're seeing the end of Esau, Edom. We're seeing the end of the pale male. And it's beautiful. We're seeing the end of this Babylonian society, Rome reloaded. We're seeing the end of that. And we're seeing the rise of Yasharallah. Okay, the elect, that is. All right, because, hey, 2/3 got to go down with it. 2/3 believe in this wicked, unjust, corrupt system that is spearheaded, all right, by the spiritual demon Satan via his physical counterpart, Esau, Edom. Okay, 2/3 are down with this system. 2/3 are with this system. 2/3 are fully compliant in a system wherein PDF files and sexual deviants sit at the top. 2/3 are compliant with that. So they must go. 2/3, hey, they're just like the father of the devil. They hate the Most High. They hate righteousness. You know, scriptures say, "Woe to them that call good evil and evil good." That's 2/3 of our people. You know, that's everybody who believes in this bullshit. Everybody who can't believe shit like this. Everybody taken back by shit like this. Everybody that looks at this as if it's insignificant, as if a black swan event isn't around the corner. You know, and I'm saying these things as I sit right next to Trump Tower, man. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful, man. All right, but I'm gonna get this, man, because those files about the and the Elder Malcolm here in Chicago, he always brings it up. All right, fuck Diddy. All right, to hell with R. Kelly. All right, hey Diddy has been dominating the airwaves, right? But what about E.P. Stein? What about those files? Okay, to hell with the Diddy files. What about these files? You know, but this goes to show, hey, Esau's through. This is the book of Sirach 22 and 20. Whoso casteth a stone at the birds, frayeth them away. And he that upbraideth his friend breaketh friendship. See? See? You know, the king of Babylon, you know, his big, beautiful bill, it completely goes against everything that E-Lon was trying to accomplish with the Doge, with the Department of Government Oversight, or I forgot what it is. Department of Government, shit, I don't forgot, whatever the hell. But they're supposed to be overseeing it, you know, overseeing the spending. Well, his big beautiful bill is gonna do away with all his efforts, man. So he's pissed off, like, dude, what the fuck? I did all this work for no reason, just for you to go behind my back and push this dumbass bill, you know. So he's pissed off, you know. And Esau, these Edomites are prideful, you know. Certain things that your average citizen would just be like, oh, okay, whatever, fuck it, you know, water the bridge. To a prideful Edomite, you know, to an egotistical maniac, all right, those type of things, man. Hey, you can cause wars. Wars have been fought over some of the most minute infractions. You know what I mean? So this Edomite, hey, Elon, he took that shit to heart. He looking like, hey, man, what am I, chopped liver? I'm a fucking billionaire. You know, you don't just do away with me like that. You don't just cast away my efforts like that, man. I'm a genius. That's how Elon thinks, you know. It says, verse 21, though thou drawest the sword at thy friend, yet despair not, for there may be a returning to favor. See, it says, verse 22, if thou hast opened thy mouth against thy friend, fear not, for there may be a reconciliation. See, so hey, man, you can come to blows, you know, you can draw swords, you can pull guns on each other, you know, but hey, a lot of times, hey, there's a reconciliation. You know what I mean? There's a making up for it, a burying of the hatchet, so to speak. You know, except for what? Except for upbraiding or pride. See, pride. Hey, these two devils are prideful as hell. All right, the king of Babylon and the South African, the African American. You know, the pale African American. These are prideful Edomites right here, man. Okay, that's why they'll never come back together. It says, except for upbraiding or pride or disclosing of secrets or a treacherous wound. For these things every friend will depart. See? And that's what the pale African American did, man. Okay? He disclosed this secret of the current king of Babylon. So if you think there's not going to be some type of ramifications down the line, man, this ain't over. Okay? This could evolve into some shit for real. All right. It says, verse 23, be faithful to thy neighbor in his poverty that thou may. Okay, no. That's it. That's it on that. All right. That's it on that. But I just wanted to touch up on that, man. So, hey, even the so-called elites among this society, they're pointing a finger at each other. They're completely at odds with each other. So it's only a matter of time, man. This kingdom is about to come crumbling and crashing down, man. All right. It's over. Hey, for the hopefully elect out there, just sit back, keep doing the work, and enjoy the show, baby, because it's about to get real entertaining out here, man. So hope this was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, Shalom, and the Baba Ball.